Right. Now, people in Pakistan are begging. They actually don't even know who America is or what America is. And these drones come in and they'll shoot up, kill children, and do all sorts of dreadful things. And marketplaces, I think the count was 178 children the other day.
A total of almost 3,500 people.
3,500 people killed.
176 of them children.
Now, I just opened up several different YouTubes here. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, there's a clock. On the other side, get back a bit.
Move the screen to the side there. The camera screen.
There you go. There's a drone. Below it is a beast of some sort, a skeleton, ghost, demon, and then there's two at the bottom. This is in the caption. The word is kill. Get out of the way. Now what I did, I got an insight into this very, very odd behaviour with my son-in-law. When there you go. That's backwards, right? So you can see the demon figures behind it. Now, you go on YouTube, anywhere at all. That's what I did. And there it is live. And we've got the demons with the little... Right, let's get to the point. No matter where you go, this thing's coming up all the time.
Yeah, and they look like zombies.
They're zombies.
Yeah.
Now, how would you get soldiers in America to operate a computer screen where they're controlling these drones to go into Pakistan and kill people and target little children in particular? You couldn't get soldiers to do that. So what you do is you make a game out of it and you get your kiddies to do it. So they go online, and they've been running around their tanks and all sorts of stuff. And I saw a game, and these are adults. This is my son-in-law and his mate and two others getting stoned, and they had this game on where you score points as you're streaming through the city and running over kids and running over little old ladies, and then you get out with your iron bar and you bash the old lady to death and you get points like that. And all this kind of games I was doing all day long. I couldn't believe my eyes. So the best thing Rhiannon could have done is fucked him off, which he did, because they would have been influenced by what he does. So on the right of the screen, shoot 3. Now in Iraq, soldiers are trained to regard the civilian population there as being less than animals. This is Talmudic teaching. See, America is totally dominated by the Jews, and it's all Talmud. That's why Freemasonry, and they said in the Protocol of Zion that they would use Freemasonry, which they've done. And William Cooper brought out a very, very brilliant documentary on Cornwallis, the British Admiral General, and his speech to George Washington after he had won the battle. And he said what was going to happen. And one of the men in the American Army wrote a book about what he heard. And it's called The Regions of Saturn. So what it's basically said was, by Cornwallis, is that America will be preaching independence and freedom and democracy and teaching in all the churches the Zionist Bible. All the churches will be Zionist. So with time running down to today, the information's out there that all of we've showed you the Freemason churches are all reading the same Bible as the Freemason legend. So the great whore is the Queen. She's dead already. Philip, he's dead. So start looking around to see if any of these personalities are around. So what they are doing, at the bequest of the Queen, who signs death warrants every week for all the people in her, who gets capital punishment in all of the nations that she rules over, the great whore, sits on 7 continents. We're not talking about a religion like Rome, that's nothing. It is all to do with the Queen, and she is supposed to hand over the throne of David to Christ when he shows up. Of course, we've already served him, and I've been to court several times. There's no chance of winning it that way, of course, but what it does, it sets a track record. So now, it comes down to this. It is very unlikely that a lot of the world leaders are still alive. As we speak, they are all underground. So if you're a politician and you're not underground, well, you must be one of the good guys. They ain't coming back. So what they have done is taken this thing from Pac-Man onwards into doing more and more disastrous things and killing people. And I've watched the games evolve to this point where now you are flying a sophisticated weapons and you think you're scoring 1,000 points by killing a child. But this is all pinpointed by the super radars they've got out in space. They feed that back into an animation and those people become animated and you would think that you're playing a game. That's what they're doing to you kids. Now, forgive them, Father, for they know not what to do. Well, I've got to do that. Not happy about it. But some idiot said it and I've got to live up to it. That idiot was me. Because you don't know what you're doing. You are all insane. I mean, you've been poisoned. You can't blame each other. You can't blame your religions. What you can do is blame the Jews because they don't. So all Jews are finished. We'll round them all up. A bit disappointed with Hitler because he didn't send him to bloody Madagascar where he could have in the early days of the war. They are the animals. Put them on the zoo. When they die out, that's it, they're not coming back. Now, as far as Asher's concerned, she says kill them now. Well, is that still going? I'm compelled at this point in time, because we're running up to the actual crossing over date at 11:11 London time, and that's only about 2 hours away now. Less than 2 hours away.
Hour and a half.
So your answer? Well, the angels know who the evil ones are.
Yeah, they do.
Sacrifice your children and turn them into hamburger and sell them to you at McDonald's.
In the name of justice.
Now, I said about all businesses now are now taken over by the employees that are like the likes of Kmart or all that. You employees now own it. And I'll show you a new economic way that you can pay very high wages to people living all around the world who send you goods. I can show you how you can cut the prices dramatically and give those little children who are working in slave shops jobs no more, because their parent can go to work, one parent can go to work and earn enough money making a shirt. You should take his wages or her wages and you put it at the end of the sale, at the till. It goes on as a labour tax. So if you paid them $20 an hour, they've made 30 shirts. So give them all $1 each on top of the shirt price. You do that for everything. Currency is what you determine it to be, and it's on the value of labour. If you build a bridge over a river into a town, you've increased the value of the town. So therefore the wages that you pay on it and all that kind of thing, you print the money, and that's what you do with it. Quite easy. So that's a sad thing that they're doing with your children at the moment. Now, all mothers, woe unto mothers to give suck. Well, that's all right. You're all forgiven. And your children that's been poisoned with these vaccinations, well, we can fix that. Mm-hmm. Everything can be solved. We're now passing through a photon belt. We'll be at that point in time. You can actually judge the thickness of it, that we've entered into it by the acceleration of what appears to be time speeding up. Well, it is speeding up. Hang by your thumbs, it slows down. Hang on across, it's even slower. For 2,000 bloody years, it's just so. Now, is there anything else you want to add to the...
We had a list here, let's look at our list.
Well, I didn't write the list, I just wrote out the how they would have structured these games for kids to go online.
Well, yeah, that was evident with the invasion of Georgia, which again were US.
Yeah, that's right, it was a game.
And it was a game from 2000, and yet the war was being fought in 2008. So everything's been programmed.
So, what do you think of memory right there?
Well, that's what we have to resort to, isn't it, when technology doesn't work around us? Yeah. So everybody...
You have a lot of fun with this mirror.
Everybody's forgiven, except the Jews. They're the only ones who know exactly what they've been doing. Isn't that right?
That's right.
So when you're on the cross, even then, you knew that they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
So it was not forgiveness.
Making a big mistake. So Norm Finkelstein would be a good man to run Israel.
Yep. Yes, and what does it mean to rule with the rod of iron, back?
Well, I say goes.
Nothing gets past him. No argument.
No arguments. If I say do it, that's it.
Yep.
Now, bring all your troops home from all around the world for Christmas.
Bring them all home.
Bring them home. Make sure that aircraft carrier, the Enterprise, is way out of the area, so they won't sink it. Or probably they can't sink it, but they will try. Pollute the Mediterranean. Plutonium. It's jam-packed with gunnels with weapons with plutonium all over. Yeah, so bring that out, bring it home, and then watch the fireworks above. That's going to be entertaining. It's designed to frighten the shit out of you, and I'm good at that.
I'm better.
Huh?
I'm better. Anything you can do, I can do better.
That's right. That was killing Ginger Rogers.
Anyway, it's been intense. Oh, Barbara Hutton. Oh, right, Barbara Hutton.
That's cute.
Yeah. So, what did the staff say a little while ago? A musical instrument? That's playing away on a musical instrument, which affords us an entire orchestra. That's all good, guys. It's all good.
Yeah, so everyone gets in, we'll kick it off that way, and your homosexuals better start getting your act together.
For sure. Not any bad behaviour.
We'll do it the Jesus way.
Jesus' way or the highway? That's what we've been saying. Yahweh, the highway.
That's right.
And remember, it's the new name. Brian Leonard, Golightly, Marshall.
Yeah, as I said in another video, I'll say it again because it might not get up. And that is, all you people that's got farms where the fracking gas is coming up, you can harvest that gas. Hang a sign on your front gate, Kingdom of God, and my name under it. And all corporations are now out of business. And you can then take that gas by putting in gravel, digging trenches if you have to, get down to where the gas is the most prolific, fill it with gravel, and capture the gas with plastic on top, with soil on top of that, or gravel on top of that again. And then take the gas and start generating electricity and pump it into the grid. And if all America, over the million square miles of fracking that's been done, do that, you'll ease the fracking pressure problem. You'll be feeding the grid, you'll be putting the nuclear reactors out of business, and you'll be creating a clean atmosphere, because you can actually use that technology to clean the air as the gas is being pumped. So creating electricity is very, very easy. And then you'll own the grid. Well, you own it now. Do it. So wait for it. So just start doing it. Oh no. They intended to blow you up with that. They got a million square miles in Australia. Like one's enough for Australia. They got thousands and thousands and thousands. So you do the same thing. Have to have people, bring people in from Arabia, set up industries in Australia, make it the breadbasket of the earth. You've got the Nile and the Amazon flow rate flows out of the rivers of northern Queensland, and it's been directed out to sea. And Australia's very flat. It's quite easily you could put rivers into the inland and use that water to irrigate the centre of Australia, all the lowlands. You've got Ayers Rock area going over towards South Australia. There's a depression there. It's 56 or so feet below sea level. So you just pour the water into there, for example, even directly from the sea. And all these things you can do to create inland seas where you can have huge fish farms and irrigation. There's 600,000 square miles of subterranean water under Australia, and you don't have to pump it. So once you pierce through, the weight of the land settles down a few millimetres, and that pressurises the whole thing, and it pushes this hot water to the surface, and that you can irrigate with. Oh, power. If you drill down to the level where it's hot enough to turn water to steam, you get an automatic unmanned drilling machine to do that. You keep it flushed, keep it cool, go down 7 or 8 miles, whatever it is, till it's so bloody hot. And then you let the water, the subterranean water, drain into it, and it will create steam continuously, forever. Easy. If you want fresh water in desert areas, if you're near the sea, you don't have to go in several hundred feet or meters and then drill down to sea level, and you'll find the water that's coming up is fresh water. Two reasons: the water that soaks through from the rain to that level, and also the salt water that replaces any that you take out is being leached free of salt by the pumice or the volcanic rock that it's got to seep through. So you have an unlimited supply of fresh water anywhere in the world. Well, you've got little magnetic motors. What you can do there is use the electricity you generate off these little magnetic motors in your car to crack hydrogen and oxygen through electrolysis to feed your car to run on water. You couldn't do that, you won't be able to sell your gas. Oh, right. The word is kill. Is the other one. Now what I did, I got an insight into this very, very odd behaviour with my son-in-law. When there you go, that's backwards, right? So you can see the demon figures behind it. Now, you go on YouTube, anywhere at all, is what I did. Right, now, people in Pakistan are begging. They actually don't even know who America is or what America is. And these drones come in and they'll shoot up, kill children, and do all sorts of dreadful things. And marketplaces, I think the count was 178 children the other day.
A total of almost 3,500 people.
3,500 people killed.
176 of them children.
Now, I just opened up several different YouTubes here. Let's try and get. Okay, there's a clock. Children, in particular. You couldn't get soldiers to do that. So what you do is you make a game out of it, and you get your kiddies to do it. So they go online, and they've been running around their tanks and all sorts of stuff. And I saw a game, and these are adults. This is my son-in-law and his mate, and two others, getting stoned, and they had this game on where you score points as you're streaming through the city and running over kids and running over little old ladies, and then you get out with your iron bar and you bash the old lady to death and you get points with that. And all this kind of games I was doing all day long. On the other side, sit back a bit.
Move the screen to the side there. The camera screen.
There you go. There's a drone. Below it is a beast of some sort, a skeleton ghost demon, and then there's two at the bottom. This is in the caption. And there it is live. And we've got the demons with the little... Right, let's get to the point. No matter where you go, this thing's coming up all the time.
Yeah, and they look like zombies.
They're zombies.
Yeah.
Now, how would you get soldiers in America to operate a computer screen where they're controlling these drones to go into Pakistan and kill people and target little